We are going to make it right.
If you became a millionaire, would you keep working? You know?
The commander is here.
What's going on right now is California's trying to figure out.
Don't eat. Something got pop your butt.
Yeah. Oh, I can.
Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, home of the BitSquad, the largest and greatest crypto community in all the interwebs. No channel works harder to keep you in the know about crypto. And man, it has been an interesting 24 hours in crypto for sure. Man, a lot of stuff happened yesterday. A lot of stuff going on this morning. We're going to sift through the fact, the fiction. Man, we're going to be talking about the Prometheum stuff. We've got a big video coming out about that tonight. Man, we got some inside info on that. So we will be covering that. Make sure to check it out later tonight. But guys, the stuff that happened yesterday with the FOMC, we're going to check that out. The fact that the fact that the price went down after there was not a rate hike really surprised me. However, then I come to find out that basically he said he wasn't going to lower rates for 2 years. Guys, that's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. I will bet any amount of money that we get lower rates before 2 years from now. That's a falsity. Remember this, guys. The guy who said this is Jerome Powell. Jerome Powell is the same person who said inflation is transitory. What does that mean? Quick, temporary, it'll come and go. Very easy. It's transitory. I think that's the definition of transitory.
It's pretty much.
Let's get the exact definition. Transitory. Not permanent. There you go.
Yeah,
temporary.
temporary.
Just like I said. But that's what he said. Guys, he knew that was false. That was another lie. This man will lie until he's blue in the face. Also, he kind of looks like a Christmas elf, as we know. Also, Wendy's live in studio today, guys, so she'll be here in just a few minutes. But they're saying this to scare people. The fall is going to be epic when they have to come back and do what they said they're not going to do. Right now, the CPI is on track to be to be in the threes.
Mm-hmm.
I think next month.
Yeah, it's our prediction. I'll look for the source of it.
Yeah.
But there's an expectation that not core CPI. Core CPI will probably still be around 5, but regular CPI should be at 3.3. I believe I think it was Chicago Fed that said that, but I'll double check that.
They wanted to get under 2, right?
He reiterated yesterday that they remain adamant about getting it to 2%. But what's crazy is, and I don't think we have this clip for today, we have other clips. He talks about all the time. 2 years ago, he has statements saying they just need to get close. They just need to operate around there. So, yeah.
With this comment, I don't understand how the markets go down after the Hinman files. Guys, only XRP cares about the Hinman files. And this goes along with the same exact thing I've been telling you guys. Have tempered expectations after this case is over in the immediate term. It's not going to 10x in a couple days. Why? Because we don't have new people coming into crypto now. Guys, the XRP winning the case is not going to bring new people into crypto. We've got to get the whole market heading in the right direction. Certainly some people will buy. Some people will go bullish that are already in crypto. It's a small pool right now. So what I'm saying is, don't think anything that happens with one specific altcoin is going to affect the market overall. We could certainly see a resurgence in altcoins after the case is over in general in crypto, but maybe not. But it's not going to 10x after the case is over. So the Hinman files have nothing to do with the overall market. 90% of people in crypto, 90% of people in crypto probably don't even know what the Hinman files are. Mm-hmm. That's true. So there we go. Altcoins are dead in the US? Did they die? Guys, sometimes. Try to do it.
Oh, let's do it.
It's a hidden one. It's hidden. Altcoins are not dead in the United States, guys. That's false. We've got the Tether situation going on. But let me tell you what I think to be. Did we cover the Celsius stuff today? We do not.
I don't think so.
Let's go look at this. I want to show you guys what I believe is the most bullish tweet that I've seen. And oh no, why am I there? That's not where I'll go here. The most bullish tweet I've seen is from Simon Dixon. And this is nothing personal towards Simon. I think Simon's a smart guy. I think he knows a lot about crypto. I know he tried to get them to do this before. But to me, this is your bottom sign, what we're about to see. Let's see here. So Celsius, let's see. Was it Celsius or Simon Dixon? Simon Dixon is the one who did it. So Simon Dixon. Okay, let's see here. Let me find the tweet. Man, he tweets a lot. What time was that tweet? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I saw it earlier. Talking about how the timing of moving everything into
Yeah.
Bitcoin.
Where is it though?
Yeah, you got to dig for.
Maybe
time.
it's
He
maybe
tweets-
it's
he tweets a lot.
replies. Maybe it's the one that I don't. Maybe it's the one that I don't have.
It definitely was him though. I saw it this morning.
Yeah, it was definitely him.
Yeah.
Replies. Should have been retweet. Like it's on retweets. Let's see. Did I miss it? Did I go right past it? They said Abra maybe closing up shop in the US. That's sad. 44 minutes. God, this guy tweets so much. If you're in Celsius, is this one where they talk about it? Okay, I'll just tell you what it says because I can't find it. Maybe somebody can find it and they can send it. Can you look for it? Continue to look for it
Yeah,
while
I'll
I,
look for it.
while I bring it up. So basically what it said here is that what Celsius is now going to do is Celsius is now going to be taking all the altcoins that are on Celsius, including all of my XRP, all of our XRP was on Celsius, all of our XRP, and they're converting it over to Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's what they're doing. And the, let's see, here it is. I finally found it.
Boom.
Given the regulatory climate and discussion with the SEC and other regulatory bodies, Celsius and the Celsius UCC have decided out of an abundance of caution to convert all altcoins to Bitcoin and ETH starting on July 1st, except for those with designated withhold or custody accounts. They'll use commercially reasonable efforts to maximize the value during the sale and conversions. I wish they did this when I requested it. I know, like I said, he requested it earlier in the bull market when the alts were up on Bitcoin and ETH rather than when alts are down relative to Bitcoin. But important move is describing the equitable haircut strategy I published in my 7-part video series last year. Guys, we gonna get screwed on this. We gonna get screwed on this. I believe that. And it could be maybe when the XRP case does end is when we get the reversal for altcoins. But companies like this make these moves at the wrong times. We've seen it all throughout history. There's a famous, are you familiar with Substratum?
No, I'm not.
So Substratum was a company that launched with a big, went way up. I know somebody who made a ton of money in it in 2017. Substratum goes into orbit, moon launch, 1000x. People make a lot of money. Bear market hits, price starts going down. It goes all the way back down to virtually nothing, okay? The team behind Substratum decides, because Ethereum is down, this would have been probably 2018, maybe over the summer-ish. I can't remember exactly when it was. But they decided they were going to take the ETH that was in their company treasury and they were going to like 10x short Ethereum with it. That was the bottom of Ethereum. That was the bottom of Ethereum. Now, it may have gone lower at the pandemic crash, but that's separate. They shorted the market at the exact wrong time. They lost all their money, and it's a dead project now. So Jamie Gonzalez wants to bet me one BIN token. How about that? So what we generally see, that's not the only time we've seen stuff like this. We've seen tons of these companies making big moves based on the market at the wrong time. And in my opinion, I know we lost support, and we can certainly go down a little bit more from here. This tweet is a bad sign. I mean, for Bitcoin, Ethereum, for Celsius holders, I think it's a bad sign. Why would you do it when Bitcoin dominance is at basically the top right now of where it's been over the last couple of years? Isn't that crazy to do it at the top? The risk reward here is totally out of whack, in my opinion. And there was another tweet I want to show during, we'll show this tweet during the Crypto Twitter Minute from Crypto Kaleo, where he talks about why he was wrong about thinking Bitcoin would go to 40K this year. We never were absolute with saying we thought Bitcoin would top at 40K. We gave several scenarios where we thought that it would. But we covered in a video the other night, or maybe last week, about the Bitcoin cycles. I covered why I actually think we may have seen the top for Bitcoin in this bull rally. And we're going to see sideways chop for the rest of the summer. And then things are going to start going on the upswing. This cycle, this bear market, has been a little bit different than the last bear market in terms of we kind of got two rallies. We got one massive rally in the last bear market where it went back to 14,000 from a 20,000 high. It was a 6, went all the way to 14, massive run up, and then it came back down. This time we really only had one rally, and it just kind of sustained for the most part. From the bottom, it went up, kind of sideways for a little bit, then went up, and that was probably the top. I don't think we're going to see another bull rally until things start moving in the right direction, which is just around the corner, guys. It's just around the corner. The beginning of Q4, October, end of September, October, that's when we should start seeing prices move up consistently as we head towards the halving, and then get a halving crash and then bounce back up 2 or 3 months later. That's what we should see. So the timeline is a little off, and we'll look at that tweet in a little bit. Timeline's a little bit off from the last market. We're running out of time for those things to happen. So we have to start looking at what's going to go on from here. Once the halving hype starts, the entire market is going to start moving with it. And so maybe for a month or two, we're going to see this chop, and altcoins can get hurt. Bitcoin dominance might go back up to about 52, 53, maybe 55%. But the risk reward here is not going to be worth it. Because when do we think we're getting the Celsius money back? It's a great question, right? I don't know when we're going to get it back, if we're going to get it back. But it stands to reason, we just looked at yesterday, altcoins outperformed Bitcoin, that we've probably hurt our value on Celsius by making this move now. Unless they give, if we get our money in the next 2 months, probably smart move. If we don't, another boneheaded move by Celsius. So we'll see what happens. But maybe you got some dead altcoins on there, so maybe it's good for you. But then, of course, they're not worth anything right now either. So, okay, so there we go. Let's go and get started. Let's look at the markets. CoinMarketCap.com, 25,764 cryptos, 643 exchanges, 1.019 trillion in market cap, still holding that $1 trillion market cap number. We've now gone below 25.2. So the number I'm looking at now is not a Bitcoin number. I'm now looking at the overall market number. I'm looking at this thing going below $1 trillion will be bad news. We don't want to see it go below $1 trillion. 24-hour volume, 43 billion, up dramatically, as I said it would be yesterday. It's over double what it was the day before. 47.5% dominance. Dominance hasn't moved that much. ETH dominance is down, though, 19.4%. ETH did get hurt a little bit more than Bitcoin. 13.5 Paraguays will send you an ETH transaction. Got Bitcoin coming in right now, 24.9. It's holding around the 25 number. What was the low that it went to? Do you know, Tim?
Bitcoin?
Yeah.
It went to about, I'm pulling up my chart here. The exact low, 24.8 something, pretty much 24.800.
Coinbase was 24,750. So
750, okay.
Yeah, pretty close.
I'm looking on, I think, BitGet.
Yeah. So, so Bitcoin right now, it's still holding around 25, hasn't gone much below that. I kind of wish it would just go down to 20,300 and come back up, fill that gap. But I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm not sure. But if it is going to happen, it's going to be in this little run here, I think. Or unless we have a black swan event later down the road. Bitcoin down 4%, Ethereum down 5.6%. For the last 7 days, Ethereum down 11.6%. Bitcoin down 6.64%, as you can see here. Tether at 99.9 cents. What did this thing go down to? Let me see what the low was.
It's actually,
we're going to talk about this a good bit. But
I think it'd be good later on to show, even on TradingView, what the US Tether chart did, because people are freaking out, and it's not. It's bad.
Nothing, guys. The people that are talking about this, they want clicks. It went down to 99.6 cents, basically. It went down 4/10 of a penny. Okay, so let's see here. BNB down 5.5%. Let's do the biggest gainer or loser of the day. Biggest gainer, Trust Token, wallet. Everybody's still moving over there. KuCoin, getting some volume, I guess, over there. Aave down 10%. I mean, nothing in the last 24 hours down over 10.7%, the top 100. I mean, that's pretty decent. But these week numbers are bad. I mean, you look at the 7-day. Flow down 28%. Flow's not a good project to invest in anyways, guys. No financial advice. The diluted market cap is insane on it. So EOS, I can't even believe that's still in the top 100. ApeCoin down a lot. Lot of 25%, 20% losers. And if we go to the chart real quick, what is the overall market cap chart called?
Oh, goodness. I think you might just be able to do crypto market cap. Total. That's what it's. Yeah.
Crypto cap?
I think it is total.
Crypto total or just total?
I think just total. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. There it is.
Boom.
So let's go back and look in the last bear market, and let's take a look at, we'll pull up the 5-day chart, and we'll pull up the 5-day chart, and we will see if it had what kind of retrace at, because 25% retraces. 25 to 40% is normal for retraces in crypto. So if we go back to 2018, here it is. This was the bottom of the market. So we want to go past the bottom of the market. We want to look at this drop, probably, what was this drop here? This was here we go. Look at this. No, that's the bottom of the market though. No. Is that the U-shape? I'm on the 5-day chart, so it looks weird. Let me go to the day chart. I don't know what the 5-day chart regularly looks like, because the U-shape on the bottom is weird on the 5-day chart. 16, 18. Okay, here we go. I guess it's not that weird. This is about the same, but whatever. I digress. So we go back here. We look. If this was the bottom of the market, we already came out of the U-shape. So it would basically be, we'd probably be measuring like maybe this retrace here. What was this retrace?
It's going to be 50.
Yeah, that's a 40%. Overall to the bottom, it went down 70%.
Yeah.
That was the $14,000 run up. This is 56%. So let's see here. We didn't have as much of a move from the bottom of the market though. So this bottom of the market was a 307% move.
Yeah.
This time we had
just about 100, like almost perfectly 100%.
Yeah. This shows 75.
I mean, even math, 15.5 was the bottom. We topped out at 31. That's 100.
Yeah, I think it's 15.8.
Did it?
Yeah, 15.8, and I think we hit what, 30?
31.
31.
Pretty much
so,
right on the dot.
Yeah, that's, well, 75% still doesn't sound right, but that may not be exact, but it's close. So the point here is that I'm trying to say all this to say this, to say that the market's acting a little wonky. It's not that uncharacteristic for what we've seen before. We didn't get as big of a move, right? If we got a 3x in the last bear market in the bull rally, and then we got a 70% decrease, then you could kind of make the argument that we only went a third of the way up that we did last time. So maybe 25 might be where it bottoms at potentially, because that's about 1/3 of 70 approximately. So we'll have to see what happens. Matica goodbye now or wait for lower. I would not suggest jumping into altcoins today.
Yeah.
We need to let this play out for a week and see kind of what happens. Because there is a scenario where maybe the altcoins do get crushed. I kind of don't think we're going to see it. I think there's a lot of things indicating we're at the kind of bottom here. But that's not necessarily true. We've seen things before indicate we're at the bottom and it goes lower. So there we go. Big get rumors true. I'm not sure. They're talking about you have to KYC or whatever. I'm not sure. So we'll look at that later. He texted me about it. So all right, let's bring on our chartress. Our chartress. I've been rugging since 2020. That's what somebody says. Rugging since 2018, bud. If you're gonna insult me, can you at least have your insult correct? You dummy. All right. Go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
We're going to stay here.
Hey,
I'm going
Wendy.
to adjust the close.
Hi. So I have a problem.
Yeah.
I don't know if I know how to use that mouse.
Is a trackpad.
I've never used a trackpad.
Trackpads are so.
I'm more tripped.
We have a mouse. Johnny is also. There you go. There you go.
All right. So
Wait, does that go here? This one? Where's Johnny's mouse? Oh, you got it. Okay.
we work in tech, you guys. We work in tech. Oh, thank you so much. And this work?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are so sweet. You guys are, well, it doesn't work. It
Can
doesn't
somebody
work.
make sure it works for her?
You guys are so sweet. They're so good to me here. All right. So Wendio, Crypto Wendio here, if you don't know who I am. Also, me and Ben just wrapped up finishing is Wendio? Wendio is not a foot model. But Wendio actually has a podcast with BitBoy Crypto with Ben.
Yeah.
And it's basically me telling him how dumb he is.
Say what the name of the show is and say it correctly.
Forever Frenemies
Show. What's that? No, not
but
totally
like
fans.
it's the show. You guys should watch it. It's literally about nothing. We do
It's the
talk
worst
about
show in
crypto,
history.
but we don't really give any value. We talk about life experiences, but we don't give any value. And we also, it's just literally the worst show ever. It's the worst show ever.
Well, it looks like is my show worse now, or is the mouse working?
We can't find the
My
mouse.
show is now worse than Forever Frenemies.
Yeah.
Did you get it?
I guess I
Wow.
have to use a trap. Oh, am I hosting and you?
Yeah. Go ahead. It's over there. This is your show now.
Well, I mean, is there a trading view up there? I guess I can.
No, this one we don't have.
What is going on
You got it?
here?
Drew got it. He finally found it. Yeah.
There's lots of mouses.
We only
here,
had
you
7
guys.
hours to be ready for this. It's okay.
Yeah. All right, we got this. Oh yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. That's what my daughter says. I have a 6-year-old. She's here too. She goes, "Oh yeah, baby." She's super cute, and she actually likes Ben a lot.
Everybody likes me.
She gives
Wendy.
Ben a hard time though.
She does.
Okay. So you guys, you're gonna have to bear with me because this is different than my setup, and it's like a little bit laggy. Oh, this is the crypto cap. We need to go to the Bitcoin. All right, so this is Bitcoin over here. What indicate? Okay, so we got market cipher. Oh, this is. Hold on a second. Excuse me. This is a little bit different than my.
Go to the Bitcoin USD Coinbase.
All right.
I pulled it up, but then I moved it.
Bitcoin. What about Kraken? We could do
Kraken's fine.
Is this is Bit? No, that's not. That's the wrong one. Oh man.
So here's your expert at TradingView, Crypto Indio.
Why didn't you have this set up for me?
I did, but then I went off the cuff and I
you
messed
played
it
with
up.
it.
You went
Yeah.
off the cuff. So
Yeah.
coin. Yeah, we'll do Coinbase.
There you go.
This is okay. What is?
What are you looking for?
What is this? What EMA is this? Is this the EMA?
I have no idea.
That looks like the 200.
200.
Is it
I was
200?
going to say I thought it might be 200.
Yeah, that looks like a nice place where we might actually go down. So basically what's happening, we have a lot
Yeah.
of different FUD in the market. We have all the drama with the SEC, this random brand new company. What is it called? Prometheum?
Prometheum. Yeah.
Do you know that Prometheum is for scabies? It's anti-itch cream.
For scabies?
Yeah, Prometheum.
No, I've never had scabies.
Well, I had to give that out to clients and stuff. But
Yeah.
anyways, but I feel like this.
What
company-
other diseases do you have? Or
I
have
don't.
you had?
I've never had any of that stuff.
Yeah. We always talk
Um,
about on the show. I've never had his piece. I don't know if you've had herpes.
What?
What? His peas or herpes?
What is wrong with you?
I mean, I like peas. It's one of the few vegetables I'll eat.
Anyways, market cipher looks like hot garbage on the daily. Everything is dumping, everything is falling. There's also this Tether FUD that's happening. In fact, Tether also dropped depegged 0.41%, which is embarrassing. We've been here when it's depegged. Like if you guys go on CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap, you will see the highs and the lows of these stable coins, and you'll see they actually are historically are able to depeg. It just kind of what happens. But anyways, if you do take a look at the daily chart, you will see a little bit of negative price action. Obviously, we've had a lot of FUD in the market. A lot of people are very, very, scared and nervous. I do think that Bitcoin will be okay. With altcoins, I don't necessarily know. So one of the reasons why you do need to be careful with altcoins is you need to kind of see what the SEC is calling out as a potential security. Also, too, there's a lot of FUD surrounding that. Understand, just because the SEC says it's a security, it does need to be proven in court. Oh, shout out to Cali Frios. Cali Frios is pretty awesome. He hangs out on my channel too. But what we're seeing right now with Bitcoin, we're seeing a bit of a sell-off. Some people might say that this is one of these descendant wedgie thingies. And you guys will have to bear with me because I'm not used to this mouse. But we could do something like this, where we continue to fall, and then we do have some sort of bounce up. That's actually one of the patterns that I'm seeing now. We're kind of forming a channel where essentially you fall and you bottom out. But the EMA 200 does look really, really, really nice. We do have this area over here where we're currently trading at approximately 24.8. And then we do also have this lower area here at about 23.8. On my chart, I will tell you, I do like the $21,000 area. That does look pretty interesting to me. I do like it. I think it's fascinating. But again, we're kind of free falling, and I feel like we will probably touch down to this EMA 200. Was this the bottom, though? Is this the bottom? People are talking about my feet, you guys.
Guys, this is
Come on.
about crypto. Crypto. Guys, calm down.
So what
Just go ahead and put your foot up on the desk, Wendy.
put my foot up on the desk.
Yeah. Zoom out. There it is. Look at that. She's had rocks in her boots the whole time, and I haven't.
I'm not gonna have a windy coin, you guys. I'll let Ben have all the fun with the tokens. No windy coin for me. Thank you.
I heard
for
windy
the
coin
support.
blows. Great show, guys. We're canceled.
I can't even focus on doing technical analysis because
You were funny. Right then. It's not true. Girls can be funny.
I broke something.
I think girls are funny.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm coming.
What happened?
I tried to draw a trend line.
You let, oh gosh, I'm tripping. You try to.
This is a nightmare, guys.
You let Wendy run the show for one day.
No,
and
you guys didn't have my setup. I tried to draw a trend line with the.
This is great content, guys. We set this up.
What the heck? I can't even find how to get it back up.
I tried to draw.
Do I need to fix it?
I should be able to.
This is standard. It works on my computer. Why is your?
Can you yell something like, "Someone needs to get me a Diet Coke"?
Somebody needs to get me a Mexican Coke immediately.
What in the world?
Oh, I thought it comes from Colombia mostly.
What happened?
Goodness
I
gracious.
pressed Control H or Command H. Well, because on my keyboard you could do that.
This is incredible content, guys.
We broke. Wendy breaks the show. Oh goodness. You get we broke.
I'm gonna have to get up and do something at some point, guys.
Around the blockchain.
All right, guys, welcome back to the show.
There we go. You want charts back up?
Thank
Okay.
you. Oh my
You
god.
need to let the adults get in here. Okay?
Oh, you can see my midriff. That's not appropriate.
Oh man, there goes Nick DiMonti. Man, we really salute him with his Sam Bankman-Fried
Okay,
haircut.
so anyways, I'm not used to this. I guess okay, I'm gonna try it again. Control H. No, it's not. See, it's not working here. Anyways, I do want to zoom out.
We don't do shortcuts here, Wendy.
Oh God.
We work harder, not smarter.
I like 24-2.
24-2.
I like that area as an area of like where we kind of calm down. And it does look like if you take a look at market size, if you take a look at the naked price action, if you take a look at the candles, it does look like that's a really nice area for us to kind of cool off. 25,000 was supposed to be important support. However, I don't necessarily think that we're going to be able to get back above it. Also, when we do take a look at the 4-hour chart, this is going to show us a little bit of a different pattern over here. I was told that this is the EMA or the MA 200, which is going to be an important area on the 4-hour chart. We are below it. That's not good. You don't want that. But again, we do have some nice support over here with these swing look lows. Again, it's a $24,000 area. I don't know. I'm going to call for 24,000 this for the rest of this week. I really, really am. And if we, oh, see, that's why I don't use Mac. I use PC. But thank you. But so that's what I'm looking for us about 24,000. A lot of people are saying, is this the bottom? Is this the bottom? Is this the bottom? It very well could be the bottom. However, we don't know what's going to come out in the news when it does come to the SEC. Ben, do you know how much longer they're going to have these hearings? Do we know?
The hearings are having in Washington right now?
Yeah.
Today. They're having another one today, I believe, right?
But is today the last day?
I believe so.
Okay. So if today's the last day for that, we do need to kind of pay attention as to what's happening with those because that is going to directly impact the market.
Yeah, because the one yesterday was it. Isn't there another one today about the digital asset structure stuff? Yeah, I think there's another one today. I think.
Yeah.
I believe so. Maybe I'm wrong on that. But yeah, they're not doing these all the time.
I mean, but still though, but Gary Gensler, isn't he under investigation?
Yeah, there are people calling for his head over the Algorand stuff. Actually, that is going on, which we reported him directly to Hester Pierce.
Did you?
Yeah, we did it live on the show.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we called Hester.
I think that you should also, when I'm done talking about charts, I think you should talk to the audience about why this is so important because Gary didn't, from what we know, he didn't accept compensation for talking about Algorand.
Yeah.
And that actually could be scary because pretty much anybody who talks about a crypto asset could get in trouble.
Well, that's what I've talked about with my FTX lawsuit, which is they're like, what people are saying is that since I talked about the token FTT at some point, that meant that was promotion.
Right.
That's like saying if you cover a Bitcoin chart, you're promoting Bitcoin. You can have your own opinion about things, and that's not promotion. If you go of the standpoint of literally anything you say about a coin is promotion, whether it's your opinion, whether you're reading about it, whether you're doing a chart, whether you are paid by that coin or whatever, then every single person on crypto Twitter is liable. So it's a very dangerous territory. That's why it's very important that these precedents get set. And let me tell you, with the FTX lawsuit, precedent won't be set. That's what I'll tell y'all.
Well, that's good. We need it because that's scary. We
Yeah.
should, like, America is supposed to be built on free speech. If we're not able to give pros and cons or just mention something in passing, that's where things get scary. So I don't know. I don't necessarily know if this is the bottom though, because the Bitcoin halvening is going to be back. What is that?
Oh, I used to say halvening.
I say what
I
wanna
like
say.
halvening better, but I just gave up and joined the crowd.
Frankie Candles, he's busy right now. This isn't my original setup, okay? It's not my original setup. And I do things a little bit differently. Okay, so we're taking a look at the 45-minute chart, right? Or the hour chart. Again, I use a 45-minute chart. It's not my original setup. But anyways, it does look like we are going to, in fact, go down to this lower area of about 24.7 here on the hour chart. But when we do take a look at the 4-hour chart, it is showing that we've kind of bottomed out a little bit. We did have that swing wick low that came all the way down to 24.7, and we are starting to pop back up. So that is looking decent. Market Cipher did print that Big Daddy Chad green dot. But again, you guys, this is the 4-hour chart. So we could kind of consolidate in this area again for a little bit. But if you do take a look at the daily is looking a little bit nasty. The only thing that the daily has that's positive, in my personal opinion, is that we did get that swing wick low all the way down to approximately 24.7, and then we were able to bounce back up and get back above that 24.8 area here. Now, let me zoom out. I do think that there's a nice cool off period at about the 23.7 area. I really, really do, because that's where the EMA is, the EMA 200. I believe that's what the indicator is. I believe that's what it is. Okay. But it does look like a nice cool off area. And I feel like if we do touch that area, it's enough. It'll give us enough momentum to get another bounce up. But again, it is crucial that we essentially hold this line above 24.8 here with Bitcoin. So with that being said, I would be cautious with altcoins. We've seen altcoins get an absolute beating recently, especially some of the ones that were indicated in the lawsuits from the SEC. Again, please remember that these digital assets, just because the SEC is saying they're a security in a lawsuit, doesn't mean that they are actual securities. It does have to be proven in court. And Ben, I believe that Coinbase, or that with was it Coinbase and the SEC? The SEC is asking for 4 additional months to prepare their argument.
Yep.
So we are going to have a lot of time. We are going to have quite a bit of time. I would be cautious though with altcoins. A lot of people, are you scaling into alts now? Are you like reinvesting in?
Oh, we've been scaling in, but like we've been scaling into some things, but generally what we like to do is take profits when the market's up and move it into other stuff.
It's also pretty interesting that the dollar is dumping along with Bitcoin. We generally generally have an inverse
the move
relationship there.
yesterday, in my opinion, was orchestrated and fake. And that's why I kind of think that we're not going to go lower. I mean, the lack of confidence might make us go lower now. But if you look at the candle yesterday and the volume that was coming in, it's not natural. And it didn't make sense. Like, if we pause rates and they said, oh, we might not lower for 2 years, well, that means that like the people that are selling are saying like, oh, well, I'm not going to be bullish until they raise rates. You're going to be bullish for 2 full years. It doesn't make any sense. The logic and reasoning behind it doesn't make sense. It was done in 2 candles, basically. 2 gigantic candles dumped the entire market down below 25.2. And so someone out there is orchestrating something, trying to push the price down to, I would say, accumulate or whatever it might be, give more time for accumulation for alts. Maybe some VC companies or hedge funds are involved in it. Yeah. But this was an orchestrated move. This was not a natural reaction to the FOMC news, in my opinion.
Well, I think the whole FOMC thing is just kind of a little bit.
Can we just start calling it FOMC? FOMC?
I think so.
FOMC.
I think so.
Yeah, I like it.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like we're going to kiss on this EMA. It looks pretty tasty.
And what number is that at?
That's a darn. I see. I
can't see.
No, because I changed it for percentages somehow. This is not my normal setup.
Yeah. Can you see on the right where it says it is?
No, it's not even on the right anymore. I changed it to percentages. It's like $23,000 something.
Okay.
Where the 200 is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's at the moment, it's at about 23.8, but unless we get a massive drop like today, more than likely, Wendy, you said earlier that $24,000 level is good level.
Yeah.
Just following that fact that the 200 still moving to the upside, it's going to take a little time. Wouldn't be surprised to see a 200 touch at 24,000, pretty much right on the dot.
I also agree with you on that, because if you look at the previous touch that we had over here, Saturday, March 18th of 2023, we kissed it and we bounced right back up. And that's like one of the issues is when you use these indicators, a lot of other people are using them too. So people that are, have quite a bit of, capital on these exchanges, they, and know how to read order books and all that stuff, they'll pay attention to that. But on my chart that I can see here, we did break below my area of $25,700, which was super, super important. I thought that we were going to have like that sideways action where we bounce back up and then then we were going to have a nice run to 31,000 because it's getting a little bit bullish. But again, I didn't anticipate all this stuff in the news to come out. So I don't know. And I also did put a post out on Twitter. What would you guys do if we actually really, really capitulated, like had a massive capitulation and we were trading at $10,000? Not calling for $10,000. It's just something to pay attention to. That's all that I'm saying. So I don't know. I think I'm done, Ben.
Okay.
But I think the EMA or the MA 200 is a nice area, and I completely screwed up your charts.
Yeah, well, you did a horrible job when you always do. Thank you. Thank you. You did not let me down today. And nobody else is allowed to hit that button. Okay. All right. Somebody's in love with me in the chat. Wow, that's amazing. Okay. All right. No, thank you. Y'all seen those gaming mice or mouses? Try to use one of those. I can't even use a mouse at all anymore. Only trackpads. Okay. All right. Let's. Somebody wants me to show my feet. All right. Let's move on to guys. Headlines.
Can you get your foot up there?
Me?
Yeah.
I can easily get my foot up here. What do you mean?
They want to see your feet. I mean, we're already going that way. We might as well.
I mean, we're already going towards foot modeling. I mean, we might as well. Look at that.
Ooh.
Hey, that's it. Imagine that foot coming at you. Imagine that foot coming at you. Look at them toes. No big toenail.
Wow.
Right, guys. You know, they get my foot up there, please. I could be a punter. I can kick this high.
You know, someday, Ben, we talked about that story you did about a month ago. You talked about breakdancing. I would love.
We just talked about this more on this podcast.
I would love to maybe a new camera angle.
Yeah.
Down, and then we're gonna get you breakdancing.
I guess I gotta start practicing. Haven't done it so many years. Okay. It said Bitcoin spiking. I don't think that's true. Is it? That would be nice if it was the case. Let me search, see if that's true.
It's green on the day. Not a lot of green. It's green.
Yeah, it's moving up a little bit. That's good. Okay. All right. Prometheum. CEO sides with SEC on crypto regulation. Is there a hidden agenda? Guys, there is so much to this story. It is come back tonight. We're going to have an amazing video for you guys on it. I need a petty. I get petties all the time. My flexibility needs work. What do you mean? Did you not see me put... Guys, you need to chill right now. Chill. Under radar, crypto firm Prometheum sides with SEC on key regulatory issues. The regulatory trajectory in the digital currency ecosystem might have gotten more complicated following the testimony of Aaron Kaplan, co-founder of under the radar crypto firm Prometheum. Besides being a relatively unknown player in the crypto industry, the Prometheum CEO appears to be aligned with the United States Securities and Exchange Commission on the path toward the regulation of the industry. Big shocker, guys. They're an SEC plant.
Mm-hmm.
They are an SEC PSYOP. I'm being told this as well from a lot of different places, guys. This is not just what you're seeing publicly. Privately, I'm being told as well. It's very clear the SEC planted this company.
What do you think the odds are, Ben? You're probably going to talk about this in the video tonight, right? What are the odds that the $48 million that they got invested in back here in 2022, Gary at some point was touching that money?
Oh, guaranteed. Guaranteed. There's no way he wasn't involved in it. He personally develops these plans. Yeah. This is Gary. I think that there's just so much going on with all this stuff. It's so fascinating.
Yeah.
Well, let's tell everybody what's going on here. So Prometheum stance is clear. There is a path forward for digital assets in the U.S. through the current regulatory framework set up by federal securities laws. Here, Aaron Kaplan explained his testimony in front of the House Financial Committee. We will be showing clips from this tonight. Kaplan's testimony and controversy in his recent testimony before the United States House Committee. Kaplan supported crypto regulation based on the current provisions of the Exchange Act, just like the SEC. Over the past few years, leaders in the industry have called on both Congress and the SEC to provide a more tailored regulatory framework for players in the nascent ecosystem. The sheer convenience of the testimony and the timing has been flagged by industry experts, many of whom have started digging into the Prometheum brand. Firm established in 2017, known as one of the few firms that's fully compliant with the SEC's registration provisions. Last October, Prometheum launched an SEC-registered trading outfit a move that many crypto market players have been unable to accomplish for some time. Market expert Matt Walsh, we will be covering this entire thread, remains curious after sharing key facts about the company on how a firm with no business model can be held up by the SEC as the standard of compliance for the entire industry. Other companies like Coinbase and Gemini pursued the BND and ATS paths. Those licenses under current SEC regs don't let you do much. The SEC is implying the Promethean path solves the regulatory clarity issues. It doesn't. What is going on here? Bizarre that this fringe player with no business model is being held up as an example of compliance by the SEC when the actual business in the United States can't get a fair shot. An SEC psyop to have the Dems oppose McHenry Thompson market structure bill.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, we are seeing political war games at the highest level. We've probably seen them since the Cold War. And now we're becoming USSR in this country. We are watching fake companies with CCP ties that have produced nothing but vaporware become the mouthpiece for the SEC. This is the fact that the SEC is going to these extremes. It makes me feel like there's a coup going on in this country right now. That's what it makes me feel like. So we're going to cover this much more in depth tonight. So much to this story. Make sure to come back. It's going to be a huge video. Okay, let's see here. Bloomberg macro strategist says U.S. bonds sucking liquidity out of crypto and risk assets. Here's his outlook. Here's his outlook. There it is. This site is taking forever to load. Man, this is not my normal setup, guys.
And there goes Google Chrome. It closes down.
Okay. In a new interview with crypto analyst Scott Melker, Mike McGlone says the high interest rates current offered on treasury bills are sucking liquidity out of the crypto markets. T-bills are short-term government debt obligations sold at a discount. Difference between the purchase price and the face value being accrued interest. 4-week to 1 year T-bills have recently been auctioned off with more than 5% interest. He also says one indicator of a liquidity drain is the declining market cap of stablecoins. Obviously, guys, we've been seeing that. I mean, that's been going on for a year and a half. McGlone notes the crypto markets have not faced macro conditions like this before, and he believes investors will turn to. We just hear these people say, Mike McGlone's been wrong about almost everything he said for the last 2 years. Can we do a video where we go back and look at a lot of the stories where he's quoted in the last? Let's just do it right now, actually. Let's go back. Let's see. Mike McGlone. Let's go to news. Okay, Mike McGlone. Let's see, crypto. And then let's go to news. Okay. Let's see. Let's go back. Let's see. March 22nd, 2023. March 22nd, 4 months ago. Price is up. Bitcoin super cycle may be happening. Mike McGlone. Bitcoin likely to outperform all crypto assets following banking crisis. I give that one a 50-50. Certainly we saw altcoins make a gigantic run during that time. Let's see. Let's go back a little further. Let's go back far here. Cryptos are. I want to go back further than that. I want to go back to some of the stuff he said even earlier.
It's September
19th. Predicts when it will tap 100K. Let's see what he says when Bitcoin will tap 100K. He says Bitcoin tapping $100,000 by 2025.
It's fair.
I'm on schedule for it to hit a new all-time high past 70K December of 2024. So I think that timing, it's relatively close. We'll give him that one. Let's see. Let's go back even further. When are we? 17th. Let's see. Oh, we should do it. We really should do a video at this because there's so many things that he said that have turned out to be so unbelievably wrong. And we all say things that are unbelievably wrong, but you need to have that context. Some people, when they say something, generally it tends to happen. There are people out there like that you would look at, and you know who they are? Right. We missed a couple things in 2021, but that's us. Why? Because we follow the crypto cycles, the Bitcoin cycle. The guy, God, I can never. What is the guy's name? Anonymous Crypto. God, I can never remember his name. He follows the cycles. Kaleo. He follows the cycles.
Yeah.
When you stick with people who follow the cycles, generally they've been correct, right? They throw out ranges of scenarios, and everything in this entire bear market has been in the range of our scenarios. But nothing has happened that has gone lower than we thought it would go or higher than we thought it would go. We didn't think it would get higher than 40, 45 at the very, very top. Wouldn't go below, 10 at the very, very bottom. The range is playing out. And where we thought it would be at certain times, it's been there. These people that just say stuff based on macroeconomic conditions, it's so hit or miss because the macro correlates with Bitcoin. Bitcoin doesn't correlate with the macro. If it did, we went through the hardest financial year last year that we've had since 2008, and Bitcoin went down the lowest it's ever gone in a bear market. So there go your macro conditions. All right, moving on. Let's see. Here we go. BlackRock close to filing for Bitcoin ETF application. BlackRock will be using Coinbase custody for the ETF. I thought Coinbase is getting shut down. BlackRock will be using Coinbase custody for the ETF and the crypto exchange spot market. You want to talk about hopium? Let's talk about ETFs. To date, the Security Exchange Commission, which oversees ETFs in the U.S., has rejected every application for a spot Bitcoin ETF. Will BlackRock be the first one to get it done? I mean, BlackRock's powerful, but I mean, there are plenty of other powerful players who have put in for ETFs. Does Goldman Sachs have an ETF application? Fidelity, maybe. I think
Fidelity does.
Yeah. U.S. banks borrow $100 billion from Fed's emergency lending platform. Its industry fights crisis of confidence and liquidity. The latest data from the Fed shows that its bank term fund program has issued loans to the tune of $100.16 billion as of June 7th, compared to $93 billion borrowed from the week ending May 31st. BTFP, was rolled out at the height of the banking crisis to provide liquidity to banks that are struggling to meet withdrawal requests. So let's see. Interesting. So you've got about an 8 to 9% increase in banks needing funds for withdrawals. Banks across the U.S. are reportedly nursing $620 billion in unrealized losses. There you go. Talk about the Tether stuff. A lot of people are interested in this today. Tether CTO says, let them come as stablecoin dollar peg wobbles. This is what I tweeted today on twitter.com. Let me go to that tweet. All right. Pick up any followers yesterday? Maybe 300 or so. I haven't really looked in. This was 3 hours ago, right after I woke up. I just saw it trending. I saw what Wendy said. Saw a couple other people say some things. I haven't really looked into the USDT story yet. I don't really have to. I've heard Tether's collapsing 100 plus times. Each time it's been fine. Sure, there's a chance something could go wrong. But history tells me it will be fine again. People want you to panic for clicks. All the people that say, Tether's the bag, blah, 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 blah. Guys, they've been saying this stuff for 8 years now. Really, since 2017 hardcore. It's over 6 years now. Yeah. Tether's going to collapse. Tether's going to collapse. Tether's going to collapse. A little stronger than you think it is, guys. So it did unpeg barely. So we'll go to the story here. And it has to do with the curve, a curve pool. Press time, the asset is trading at 99.6 cents right now. Right now. Okay. Right now. Okay. Here it says 99.89, 99.9 cents is what it's trading at right now at this moment. So Tether CTO Paolo Arduino was quick to take to Twitter saying the markets are edgy in these days and adding that the popular stablecoin is ready as always. At a $83 billion market cap, USDT is the industry's third largest crypto after Bitcoin, Ethereum. And guys, did it talk about the pool? There's the pool stuff. I'll go cover that briefly. Okay, Curve Finance. Analysts have also pointed to Curve Finance's famed 3 pool for further indications of investor sentiment. And guys, don't forget to smash the like button, by the way. Number one thing you do to help the channel. Curve Finance is a popular decentralized exchange that lets users swap between like assets. The 3 pool, for example, is the project's largest pool of assets and is composed of the 3 largest stablecoins, USDT, USDC, and Maker's DAI. Each asset is dollar pegged, offering investors an arbitrage trade. The USDT pool composition percentage has now reached 61%, which is absurdly high. So when moving like that, know something inflows over the last 24 hours are abnormal. No one to speculate, but did swap my USDT stack into an array of stables. It just seems like this is just too obvious that the market is going to crash, right? Like that's what people are talking about here. They're saying incredible amount of outflows yesterday. I just think it's manipulation. Is that what you think too?
I mean, I think that prices definitely still could go down. You kind of alluded to it earlier when people are saying like, oh, does that mean we should buy these low levels? It's like, wait, the manipulation could still be going on a little more.
Yeah,
you know what I was thinking about earlier, all this fun. And I think the next page up, you're going to look at, there's the post on Twitter I thought was interesting this morning about bottoms versus when FUD comes out about stablecoins, but also even backing up to things like what we're seeing happen with what Jerome Powell said yesterday. And then, of course, we go back to that 4-month delay that Wendy talked about that the SEC gave Coinbase. What we see happening, Ben, this is just an all-out attack. They're attacking banks. They're going after banks. No one trusts their banks. We're seeing massive outflows, right? Well, they're like, all right, well, now people are going to flow into crypto. How do we keep people out of crypto? Let's get Jerome Powell to get up there and say that 2 years are going to happen for any cuts. So now people are afraid of that going over into crypto. Isn't that the perfect storm for them to provide, oh, guys, you don't trust banks, you don't trust crypto? We have ourselves a CBDC. And this way you can keep the value of your dollar. Sign up today and we'll give you some rewards. That's the perfect setup. If I wanted to do it, if I wanted to push a CBDC, this is exactly how I do it.
Yeah, I just always think they don't have to have a narrative. Like I think the government can just put it out if they want to put it out. I don't think there has to be a story. And there's a lot of people who have said what you're saying. A lot of people have said that all this about crypto is about bringing in the CBDC and blah, 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 blah. But I just don't think so. I just think like this is what it boils down to. If Republicans take over completely and are able to get, which guys, the least amount gets done when your party has all the branches. I don't know if you guys know that. Donald Trump had all the branches, didn't get anything done. Joe Biden had all the branches, didn't get anything done. Right? Obama did. He got Obamacare through. Okay. Great job. Well, I don't like Obamacare, but I'm just saying, like, good job. You got something done. They like it when it's separate because then they don't have to pass things because the less things they pass, the less they get held accountable for. Look how many people lost their positions because of Obamacare. There you go. So if though we get a perfect scenario and Republicans take over everything in the fall of next year and they do put in a bill saying no CBDC, then that would be ironclad. However, if the Democrats have all 3, which, oh man, just kill me with a solar flare. Go ahead and do that first. I'd rather go through that than more time with them, in control of everything. There's no way that happens in the next election. But if it did, if they steal it again, if it does, then they could pass a CBDC when they have all 3. They're not going to get, Republicans and Democrats are not going to agree on a CBDC. It's not going to happen. And this is not going to be able to be put out without a major vote. So the narrative isn't important because no narrative is going to sway many of the Republican voices that are against it, like Ron DeSantis or Tom Emmer or these guys. Like they're positioning themselves as anti-CBDC. Yeah. So Democrats obviously position themselves as pro-CBDC. So it's going to take an act of Congress to bring it in. And so they just don't need a story. Now, they might, the pandemic would have been a great time to do it. That might have been the only time that maybe it could have got done. So maybe there's another pandemic coming, who knows? Or whatever they cook up this time. But I just don't think that they need it. The government's powerful. They make decisions without us. They don't need us to vote on it. Whenever a branch has everything they need and they can push it through, then they'll push it through. I do think Republicans will actually probably not push through a CBDC or a ban. I don't think they'll push through a ban. I think there will be too many monkey wrenches thrown into it by who knows. Like, look, you got guys like Joe Manchin. Joe Manchin, from what I've heard, is extremely blackmailed. And that's why he votes in the middle. There are people that kind of control. He stays as a neutral person to be able to prevent the Democrats from doing stuff that certain people don't want. You have Republicans that fit that bill as well. I don't know if they're blackmail, but the ones that your Mitt Romneys, your You're the one from Alaska, I think. I can't remember her name, Susan something. Those few that vote the other way sometimes, there's something suspicious when they do that. Something suspicious that happens when they do that. So, bye. See you, Wendy. Great to see you. Okay. I just lied on camera. Oh, I'm sorry. It's nice having you. We'll see you. Goodbye, Wendy. Yeah. Forever frenemies. So anyways, that's my viewpoint on all of it. So I just think that I don't think we'll get a ban, but it's not going to be until Democrats take over every single house again, or every part of Congress, the House and the Senate, House of Representatives and the Senate, and the presidency, and they can push it through. And that's going to be, maybe 6 years down the road. Certainly won't be in the next election. So, I just don't think they need, the Fed now is already coming out. So they don't need positioning. They don't need posturing. The manipulation here, I believe, that we're looking at on the markets right now is from big players, from the banks, from VCs that are trying to panic people to, get in. What was the one? Didn't we cover a story the other day where they said, or some banker guy said Bitcoin's about to go to 100K or something like that? No better time to get into crypto than right now. That was your choreograph. So, all right. Okay. Moving on here. Fun fact, stablecoin FUD often becomes local bottoms. We have this from Miles Dutcher. Just in, hedge funds have targeted Tether, borrowing hundreds of millions in loans to short USDT since Terra Luna collapse. Bitcoin maximalist page, obviously. Right here. David Goldstein said this. Last week, Tether FUD was at the highest it's been in 6+ months. Boom. Right there. He called it. So much conversation going on around USDC peg this week. Now, this one right here would have also been when Corey Clipston told you at a 25% loss to withdraw all your USDC. He told you that. Mm-hmm. He said it's going to zero. Everybody pull out your USDC and just take the loss, and you'll be better off. The next day, right back to peg. Mm-hmm. So that's what I said as well. This Tether stuff, the Celsius stuff, this is what makes me think we're very close to a local bottom here, getting ready to move back up. But it's still chop action. We'll look at that tweet in just a second. Hong Kong put pressure on 3 major banks to take on crypto exchanges as clients. Let's see what those banks were. Hong Kong Monetary Authority is putting pressure on HSBC, which is owned, I don't know if you know who owns that. You got to do a little digging, you'll find out. Standard Chartered, which is one of the oldest banks in the world, and Bank of China to take on crypto exchanges as clients, the Financial Times reported on Thursday. From total crypto ban to you now must take on crypto banks. Because China's in control of Hong Kong, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. UK-based HSBC and Standard Chartered, Bank of China were asked by HKMA at a meeting this month. 3 banks are among the largest in the world. Bank of China is a majority state-owned. There's no such thing as a non-state-owned bank in China, guys. We have active dialogues with virtual players to exchange views on a range of topics. So we'll see what happens. All right, coming on to Twitter for our CT Minute. Guys, make sure, go ahead and visit bitboycrypto.com/stake. If you're interested in signing up with our major partner, our #1 sponsor, Stake. They allow us to do everything we do here on the channel. And I think we have a mid-roll. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this one before. Why don't you play it, Tim? Don't show it quite yet. Don't show it quite yet. Okay. All right, we're going to start with this, guys. I'm leaving after the show today to drive up to Charlotte. Yes, that's right. If you see me on 85, I will be driving the Lamborghini. So first time going to Charlotte, North Carolina for a meetup. Make sure to get your copy of Catching Up to Crypto before you come. We'll be signing books at the meetup. We'll talk. We'll do some Q&A stuff. Obviously, a lot of people have a lot of questions right now, I'm sure. Our new book is about to be out. The Catching Up to Crypto audio book is coming out on the 20th as well, so you guys can get access to that. Actually, Tim, can you put that in the this link in the chat? Where is it? Where is it? What is this? Oh, that I searched something, so you're not going to see it here. But if we go to my regular profile here, I want to throw this link in the chat. What do we say the easiest way for me to get that to you was? or you just go to my Twitter and
Yeah,
scroll
I'm
down
gonna
and
go to
find
Twitter.
it.
Just yeah.
Go to it's down here somewhere. The link here it is right here. Catch Up to Crypto audiobook. I narrated the whole thing. So we fixed all the errors and typos we fixed on the audiobook. But definitely doing the meetup tomorrow night. If you want the details, if you're going to be in the North Carolina area, make sure to click on this. Our book tour stops are a little more intimate usually than the meetups we were doing in the bull market. We get somewhere between 30 and 100 people. In the bull market, we were getting 600 to 1,000. So, if you got the book or if you don't, make sure to go grab a copy. Come to the meetup. We'd love to meet you guys there. And that's tomorrow night. Here's Crypto Kaleo. So I want to show this tweet from him. I retweeted it and I realized I had a typo in it. Horrible, but whatever. He said, my prediction to see 40K during the bear market, I said it was definitely possible we would see 40K. Reason that would be a top of a bull trap, a bull rally in the bear market, whatever you want to call it. And I also agree with him that we're not going to see it now. I didn't say we were going to see it for 100%. I definitely thought we would see 30. We did see 30. 40, 35 to 40 was kind of the range I was looking at. He said some stuff about this that I agreed with. And then now he's recanted. And I also agree with his backing down from this. My prediction to see 40K during this bear market rally was wrong. Here's why. My thesis was always built upon time-based growth in respect to Bitcoin's halving cycle, which is what I base stuff off of. Comparing the current structure to that of 2019, the clock on hitting those numbers has already expired. That's kind of what we talked about in a video, I think, night last week, where we talked about comparing the cycles. It just seemed like we're running out of time, and it doesn't look like we're going to get there. The duration of the 2023 bear rally was nearly the same as that of the 2019 bear market rally. Same goes for the distribution structure at the peak, both 90 days prior to breaking down. So what's next? Lots of chop. I expect a range bound between 20K and 30K. It's exactly what we said through the next halving. Well, I think we'll get above 30K before the halving, but next year. And then we might go back down to 30K or lower after the halving and then go parabolic. I see the upside of being patient, continuing to stack in this range much greater than that of trying to keep your foot on the gas and actively, aggressively trading this range. Avoid catching knives on 99% of altcoins. Stick to stacking your highest conviction plays. Guys, people have fun with meme coins in the bear market. People make life-changing money consistently with crypto and utility in bull markets. There was some meme coin money in the Dogecoin, Shiba stuff. I get that. But most of the coins that popped off were not meme coins. I still believe we see Bitcoin approach new all-time high late 2024. Exactly what I said. December 2024. I'm anticipating early 2025, definitely in play. So yes, 40K is still a magnet, just not yet. If you're a real believer in Bitcoin, you know that the time when the market is the most boring is usually when there's the most opportunity. Growth in the space typically happens slowly, then all at once, gradually, and then suddenly. The heroes of the next bull market are born in the trenches of relative boredom that await. Good luck and Godspeed. So this is kind of what I see playing out as well. Very interesting chart. So, shout out to Crypto Kaleo for that. Guys, big announcement here. We mentioned it yesterday for Bitcoin. We're thrilled to announce the integration of Bin token on shopping.io. Shop with ease and pay using Bin. You can shop using Bitcoin now while enjoying an additional 10% shop back on every purchase for 2 weeks. Let's go shopping. So many of you have wives and girlfriends, unless your portfolio is down. But you can actually use shopping.io and you can actually buy things with Bitcoin. Now, here's the thing. All of the problems recently in the United States, if you're in the US, you can't use it. Now, I have no idea about what I'm about to say. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know if using a VPN would help you. I don't know if that gets around. I don't know. But what I'm saying is the rules in the United States mean that shopping.io for people that have IP addresses here, it blocks you off. You can't use it. This is big on the international stage, and we're trying to expand in the international stage as well, as you guys will see this week, the end of this week and next week. So the point is that a lot of you guys asked to buy crypto with merch or buy merch with Bitcoin. Shopping.io, if you're having out of the country IP, will allow you to do that. Now, hit merch, our Bitcoin stuff is ready. I'm actually on my way to Charlotte. I'm going to go pick a couple shirts up from the place that makes it for us. So the Bitcoin merch, ready to roll. It will be here tomorrow in studio, but I'm picking up a couple pieces on my way up there. So really, really exciting. So look, I'm going to be wrong about the 4-year cycle. Hey, people have been telling me that since the beginning, guys. Remember that. You're not the first idiot that said it. So Robert says he'll be at the Charlotte Book Sign. Can't wait to see you there, Robert. Awesome. So there we go. People still simping on Wendy, and she's not even here anymore. So anyways, that's pretty exciting news. Really excited about this. So you guys check out shopping.io. Big partnership. I should follow them. There we go. I don't know if it's a partnership per se, but we're listed on their site. All right. Well, there we go. That is all of your Crypto Twitter Minute. Let's move on here to the FOMC recap. Powell says Fed rate cuts are still a couple of years out. Lie. That's a lie. That is a lie. It will definitely be before the end of next year, if not the end of this year. Fed pauses rate hikes, but signals more tightening to come. Powell says don't call June pause a skip. July's meeting will be live. What is he, at a club? July's going to be live. Come hit it up at the Federal Reserve Club. We always overcharge you for your drinks. Powell says don't call June pause a skip. Rate cuts are still a couple of years out. Risks to inflation are still to the upside, he says. This guy, look how old this guy is. Look at his mouth. Is this who we want in charge of the United States right now? Do those not look like goblin teeth? It almost looks like he's a puppet. Who's the ventriloquist behind him? Fed officials agreed to hold interest rates steady after 10 consecutive increases, as expected, but surprised with a forecast of 2 more quarter-point hikes in its economic projections this year. Of the 18 policymakers, 12 penciled in rates at or above the median range. Powell suggested that and that's 5 to 5.75. He suggested the Fed rate passed on hiking this meeting to allow additional time to examine incoming data.
That's what he's been saying for a long time.
How are you going to say you're going to examine incoming data and then say, it's going to be 2 years before we cut rates? That doesn't make any sense. They're being real loud back there. Hey, guy back there. Hey. Yeah, can you do that? Thank you. Okay. All right. So there we go. That was it. And then we've got a video that we're going to show here. Monetary. This is from, is this recently? This is from a year ago. So let's go ahead and check this out here. This is the Honorable Jerome Powell. Yeah, people call me old all the time. It is true, for sure. But my mouth is still attached to my body, guys. Just saying. Okay, here we go.
If we do see that inflation expectations are moving up or inflation is...
Okay, guys, let me set this up here, what you're seeing. You are seeing Jerome Powell a year ago. I need the exact date on this. July 14th.
2021.
Why is it? It's 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Why did it say, the way YouTube, did you see it said a year?
Yes.
I guess it means anywhere from 1 year to 2 years ago. That's so stupid.
Until we get 24 months after it, I think it says 1 year.
That's crazy. That's why it's hard to find stuff when you're scrolling through. But anyways, this is 2 years ago. You guys know the end of last year is when they announced that they were going to start the rate hikes. What year is it? No, it was the end of 2021 when they said it.
Yeah.
So this is literally 5 months before they announced they were raising rates, for sure. Check it out.
If we do see that inflation expectations are moving up or inflation is on a path to remain well above our goals and risk of setting us off on a period of high inflation, then we'll use our tools to guide inflation back down to 2%. So in the end, it's not going to be, in the end, it will be transitory. And people need to have faith in the central bank that we will do that, but we won't do it just because, we honestly, it would be a mistake to do it at a time when we really do believe, and virtually all forecasters do believe, that these things will come down of their own accord as the economy reopens. It would be a mistake to act prematurely. So we really have to weigh the risks of the two things. And at a certain point, the risks may flip. But right now, the risks to me are clear.
So he looks pretty good for being 33,000 years old. That's pretty funny. Hey, can you go get Gary? Somebody go get Gary. People want to see him.
Yeah, you got. If I stay on this shot, I can go. You're good to keep the shot, or do you want me to go?
Yeah, I'll move on to tech and then go.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, people want to see Gary. We have Gary. Gary's here. We can actually bring him out of the cage now. U.S. senators to propose bill to eliminate Section 230 protection for AI companies. Interesting. Senator Josh Hawley, Republican from Missouri, and Richard Blumenthal, a Democrat from Connecticut, introduced a Senate bill on June 14th that would eliminate special protections for AI companies that aren't parental afforded to online computer service providers under the Communications Decency Act of 1996. Let's see. Opponents of Section 230 have argued that it absolves social media platforms and other online services of responsibility. Shocker. This is why they haven't been sued. And nobody's won a major case against these companies, despite their egregious censorship. The U.S. Supreme Court recently ruled against changing Section 230 in light of a lawsuit in which plaintiffs sought to hold social media companies accountable for damages sustained through the platform's alleged hosting and promotion of terrorist-related content. The Supreme Court punted on deciding the future of Section 230. When will we decide? During a recent Senate hearing, OpenAI CEO Sam Altman told U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham that it was his impression that Section 230 didn't apply to his company. When pressed by Hawley, who asked Altman what he thought about a hypothetical situation where Congress opened the courthouse doors and allowed people who were harmed by AI to testify in court. Can we just move to Gary?
That's all they want.
There he is. There he is. There's Gary. Hey, Gary. Hey, Gary. Hey, Gary. He bit me yesterday. What a little rascal. What a little rascal. Look at our little rascal. Look how cute he is. There he is. Go. He's a lizard person. He's a Oh, is that as close as we can zoom?
Well, I can go in.
No, I can actually do this.
You gonna focus on it? Maybe go the one above it. Go go up.
I want clarity. Give me clarity.
There we go.
We call him Clarity Gary. Look how clear he is. Hey, is Cardonzo a security? Oh, he moved. Gary, is Matic a security?
He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. Yeah.
Gary, is the Sandisk Ethereum blockchain a security? I have this vision of him being on my shoulder all the time, like a parrot. That's my vision for Gary, is a parrot. There he is. We just do the show, and there's Gary. Yeah. We love Gary. Love Gary. Can Wendy talk about tokens? That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. I've never heard tokens. Is this a new Geico sponsorship? No, we are sponsored by Gary Gensler. Gary Gensler. Little Ginsey. Some people call him Ginsey. I should put him on the other shoulder.
I say the other shoulder would be best. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, there he is. Okay. Now, I hope he doesn't fall and die live on here. That would be really sad for Gary. Yeah. Pushed out a window, maybe. Okay. There we go. Moving on here. XRP clues. Here we go.
Ooh, but first.
Throw up the X. Throw up the X. But first what? But first, I must tell you about Stake, our main sponsor. Gary, do you love Stake? What's your favorite game? He likes the lizard slots. Okay. Actually, Gary, that's a little dirty. Whoa. It's been a lot of years since I think you've done that. Okay. Moving on here I want to show you guys the site that you guys should visit, which is bitboycrypto.com/stake. Make sure to check this out. If you want to sign up for the United States, you want to sign up international, there you go. That is how you do it. Definitely check it out. I was playing last night. I lost like $10,000. It was a bonus though. I got a bonus. I gambled a lot there. Got $10,000 and I lost it in 4 hands. So
that's right.
It is what it is. You know, when I get those big bonuses, I just like, I just want to go big or go home. It's free money.
It's true.
So if you're going to really gamble, it's better to gamble with free money. That's why they call it house money. All right, here we go. XRP Army discovers clues why Hinman gave Ethereum a free pass and not Ripple. The XRP community has been digging through the recently released 400 plus pages of Hinman documents in the legal battle, examining why Bill Hinman said Ethereum is not a security. XRP community member Ashley Prosper has read the Hinman documents in full and found some interesting stuff regarding Ethereum and Bill Hinman. Recall Hinman returned to the law firm Simpson Thacher, which is also part of the Ethereum Enterprise Alliance in 2020. According to Prosper, documents reveal he was pushed hard by them and consensus to give them a free pass. In addition, he stated that he researched Ethereum in depth before giving the speech. Still, he couldn't answer how Ether, Joe Lubin, Vitalik Buterin, or the Ethereum Foundation owned or was funding, or who was funding the foundation. The XRP community member also speculates that the SEC is so concerned about the revelation of Joseph Lubin's name that it blacked out any mention of the name Joe in Hinman's interview. Even when it was about Joseph Grunfest, Grunfest, it sounds like something Nirvana would have been the headliner at. Anyways, President further states Jorge Tenreiro is fighting both to the nail in Hinman's deposition to prevent any answers related to ETH, Ethereum, consensus, or Lubin. Just look at how he approaches the ETH questions compared to the Bitcoin ones. Wow. Blocked out every mention of that name. Renowned XRP lawyer Jeremy Hogan has a similar suspicion. He claims Hinman was paid to give ETH a free pass. We all know it now. In an interview on Crypto Law, Hogan speculated that an Ethereum member bribed Hinman to give ETH a free pass during the speech. Definitely happened. Let's see. Ripple partners with Columbia Central Bank to explore cocaine on the blockchain. That's not what that says. Blockchain use cases. Well, maybe I just gave them one. Somebody should sniff around that. Ripple is partnering with Columbia Central Bank to explore blockchain technology use cases in the South American country. Colombia is more than just cocaine. That's a joke, guys. Just so everybody knows. They also have coffee. When we're talking about the high value payment system, what we're generally referring to is large-scale wholesale payments, RTGS systems, and related financial operations and infrastructure that might benefit from leveraging distributed ledger technology. Ripple has worked with monetary authorities in Hong Kong, Montenegro, Bhutan, and Palau. So there we go. Still making moves. Still making moves. Gary, where are you going? Gary, don't eat me, Gary. Gary, don't eat me. Gary, do not eat me. Do not eat me. Do not eat me, little guy. Do not. I would like for him to bite my lip and just hang. That would be cool.
I mean, I know we used to, as kids, we used to catch lizards and hang them from our ears.
Really? See, I've never liked reptiles.
But
I've never liked reptiles. What's that?
Gary's different.
Oh, yeah. Well, I had a lot of friends who had snakes.
Yeah.
Or maybe not a lot, but a few. To me, like snakes, and the snake people will tell you differently. To me, snakes do not have a personality. They don't do anything.
No.
So when we were like, we thought about getting sugar gliders, we thought about getting a chinchilla, we thought about getting a hedgehog, but we found like different reasons to not. All those animals are kind of nasty. They poop everywhere. They take a lot more hands-on care. Like we have somebody that comes on the weekends and feeds and hangs out Gary, whatever. But that's like intense care all the time.
Yeah. You
can't just leave them over a weekend or whatever and have somebody come feed them. They need to be able to play with them and different stuff. So when Allison brought up the idea of a lizard, I was like, well, yeah, I had a girlfriend when I was younger that had a lizard. Yeah. It was cool. And so it died tragically. The lizard did, very sadly. But the point is that I never had my own lizard. And so we went to the exotic pet store or whatever they call it, North Georgia Pets or something. And we went in there and started looking at them. And I realized these little lizards definitely have personality. We looked at some of the bigger, this guy will get really big, 18, 24 inches. And Gary has got a personality. You see it when we talk to him. When I ask him questions, he moves his head. A lot of animals don't do that. True. A lot of animals are like brain dead. You're just like, hey, animal, blah, 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 blah. He just opened his eye and he side-eyed me just now. I'm a crazy parent of a pet right now. That's what I've realized. Do you agree?
Yeah.
I'm like showing off pictures of my kids right now. Look at him. Look how cute the little baby is.
No, literally.
Look at little Gary.
Literally, it's for everyone out there. The first time Brody, my son, came to the office, Ben was excited to see him. Oh, is this your little guy? And the first after he said, oh, is this your little guy? He said, I just got a lizard.
I can't have kids anymore. So. Thought about getting that reversed, but no. I'm done.
Lizards are a little cheaper.
They are a little bit cheaper. He's been shedding. He's got some shedding.
No, yeah. When I went and got him from his cage,
you're not supposed to peel their shedding,
there's a
right?
fat chunk of his skin in there. Yeah.
Hey, Gary know how to roll.
Yeah, he does.
Gary's a baller. Gary is not a security, but he lives with a lot of security in his little house. Okay. All right. We have a question or two.
I didn't know. Did you get this super chat right here?
Do you think Cardano will get hunted like XRP and its 20 to 25 bull market potential will be capped? I'm looking for 6 to 10 for new all-time high. No, I don't believe that. I think the SEC is out. I think they're out of power on secondary market very soon. So that is my opinion. Gary looks like a toy lizard. That's because he's a good boy and he sits still.
Yeah.
He's a good boy. I raised him right. He's a good boy. I have very well-behaved children too. So Gary's just like my children. I love him just the same. Sorry, kids. I'm not taking Gary to Disney World this weekend. Sorry. I'm being very weird. Okay. All right. That is what I got. I don't have anything else. Do you have anything else?
That's it.
I'm going to be at in Charlotte tomorrow night. I'm driving up there tonight. I didn't want to drive 4.5 hours and then go straight to the meetup. So DZ will be doing the show tomorrow. Yeah, I'll still be doing portfolio video tomorrow, which will be a little bit different because obviously nobody should really be making moves unless you have money on the sidelines right now. Not a lot of trades to make or profit to be moved somewhere else. So we're going to talk about Bitcoin, Ethereum dominance probably, and when we think it'll be a good time to start going back in, and things like that. Certainly if you're dollar cost averaging, keep dollar cost averaging, right? But that's not the way we set those portfolios up. So anyways, guys, that's all I got. Be blessed. Lizard out.